it's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to and asks what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. Robinson will throw. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and
trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those defense.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Robinson looking to pass. He'll take a shot. Touchdown Buckeyes! They won it
first drive by the offense. Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cooper. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Lost to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Looking to throw again. Back open in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in the field.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Wolverines will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They want to throw it. Here comes the heat. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Michigan! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Great move. Now he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers in deep.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Vols have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Vanderbilt. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Open space at the 25. It's a running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sure hands, it's Cooper. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defenses have some work to do to slow down these high-powered attacks as we start the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got him. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one at 2nd and 14. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball.
There he goes. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let him throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're... Oh, it's a fumble! Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He's got the back in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it.
Gets away from one. He's got space. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiving.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he wants it all. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Robinson will throw. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. On his feet at the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. Games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
They'll move the tight end. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolled. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. DB's right up on the receivers. Still looking on the move. He'll try to do it himself. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It's on target and complete. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Got his man on the outside. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This kick would be hard enough straight on. 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. This kick would be hard enough straight on. 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds a man on the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Got the back over the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Looking to scramble. Oh, better look out. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback.
Oh, it's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got it in the middle. It's Burns. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Michigan, 27.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on it.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Caught in the backfield, it's Peace. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Under fire. He'll throw it. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot. Getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds us back in the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. Just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. Quarterback moving. He wants it all. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
So here comes the Michigan offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The snap sets up to throw. Got his man on the right. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. They send the tight end in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Fitted in the window for the score.
Number 88, Halton in the end zone.
Here comes the 2-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Robinson looking to pass. Finds his man. It's Culliver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Dalton. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that. The point, and he'd give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Intercepted, number 19. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He's got it and still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question.
Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Under fire. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive.
Michigan, 47.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Robinson will throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's...
Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. It's a really good timing between those two on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he'll just get rid of that one.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And that one's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Makes the grab on the left. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Burns. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Big guy smells it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Wolverines! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking to throw. Incomplete on the 2-point try, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if they get another chance. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. Looking for the 2-point try. Here we go. They'll go to the air. He gets it in there for the 2, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Complete in the middle. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Robinson looking to pass. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They stretched this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Some would say run the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Ohio State.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush is on him. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.